I love it that we beat Chicago. Yeah!
What top 10
That's
list
what I
did Jacksonville make? The answer coming up. Plus, an expression of love along the Riverwalk. And where did these ladies get their groove on? The answer may surprise you. All that and more up on JPTV. And welcome to this edition of JPTV. I'm Pam Roman, and we are bringing you the first part of today's show from beautiful downtown Jacksonville in Hemming Park. If you have not been to this park lately, I encourage a visit. Friends of Hemming Park have done an amazing job re-energizing and reinvigorating this space, so it is a great urban oasis. In fact, urban parks are becoming important nationwide, and recently the National Park Service announced its urban agenda and selected Jacksonville as a model city.
Now Jacksonville residents have one more thing to brag about. The National Park Service recently selected our city as one of only 10 in the nation to be a model city for its new urban agenda. National Parks officials recently joined Mayor Alvin Brown in Confederate Park to announce the latest plans.
Today's announcement strengthens the partnership and creates new ways for the city and the Park Service to collaborate, enhance the quality of life for everyone in Jacksonville. And I'll say that again. For everyone in Jacksonville. Can you imagine that? Having a brain trust working with us side by side, leveraging our assets and resources to make it better.
The city and the local National Park Service office already have a long-standing relationship. Some recent projects resulting from that partnership include the establishment of Groundwork Jacksonville, technical assistance to help with the development of Exchange Club Island Park, and the addition of interpretive programming at Seton Creek Preserve. So what does this newest collaboration mean for Jacksonville?
I think what it really means is the Park Service will collaborate more within our own ranks to try to bring the resources to assist the area. Right now, a lot of our cultural programs help in particular ways, our recreational programs help in particular ways, but there's not that collaborated effort to try to assist areas. And so we think there probably are programs that could do more and get involved here that don't even know of opportunities here.
As part of the urban agenda, the National Park Service assigned each city an urban fellow. Our urban fellow is Nathan Souter.
I am looking forward to these next couple years, and Nathan is a delightful person. He is going to be wonderful. His background has been in managing youth programs and volunteer programs, so he brings a whole nother side of working with young people and helping identify resources and ideas to work with young people. So I'm thinking that's going to be one of the things that will really help us all here in Jacksonville. So can't wait.
Well, there's no denying spring is here, which means summer's just around the corner and school is almost out. So what is a parent to do? JaxParks may have your answer.
Do you think summer camp is just about arts and crafts? Well, guess again. JaxParks is changing how you look at summer camp. We offer 5 different experiences for children ages 5 to 15, and with affordable prices you won't find anywhere else. Your child will enjoy new activities that combine fun and education while creating memories that'll last a lifetime.
Hopefully it'll bring a new perspective to each of these kids to be able to see there is so much more to Jacksonville than what they actually see every day.
It's forever. That memory will be forever, and they will always thank you for that opportunity.
Does your child prefer water or land, or both? Don't worry, JaxParks has a bit of everything to keep your child engaged both physically and mentally. For kids that like both, Day Enrichment Camp is where it's at. There'll be traditional opportunities for athletic activities with a learning twist.
We're trying to show them interactive ways, hands-on. We use basketball and billiards for geometry, and teaching them angles.
For more enrichment, they'll also experience boat rides and fishing along the St. Johns River.
They'll learn how to tie a fishing knot, how to put a hook on. They'll learn how to bait the hook, and then they'll actually get to fish for 2 hours.
Kids will also be reading books about and going to places like the Jacksonville Zoo, Huguenot Park, and Hanna Park. If your child prefers to ride a wave on a board instead of a boat, then Ocean Camp will have them hanging 10 in no time while learning the importance of preserving their aquatic playground.
We try to teach them surfing, paddleboarding, every component to be used to the ocean, and we also do education of conservation for the ocean, and we have conservation people from JaxParks come out and talk about that piece because that's a very important component. So we talk about how the ocean works and sea life, and anything that's involved at the ocean is what we work for.
Do you have a future lifeguard at home? Then Aqua Camp is your lifesaver.
We added the junior lifeguard camp components in it, and so for that age group of 10 to 14, we're still teaching the lifeguarding skills.
For kids serving up an ace, tennis camp is where they can participate based on age and skill, and those older in advance will focus on serving techniques and game strategy. And last but certainly not least, your 5-year-olds at kids camp can play, create, and make new friends this summer. Summer at JaxParks this year will be an experience your kids will never forget.
Hopefully they'll take that into their own life and show that there's a lot more that they can do. There's a lot more that they can be.
So in other words,
come out and join us for JaxParks Summer Camp. It'll be the best camp you'll ever go to.
JaxParks summer camps are offered in 3 2-week sessions running from June 22nd through July 31st. For more information on registration times, dates, fees, and locations, visit JaxParks.com and click on Youth Camps or call 904-630-2489. For JPTV, I'm Carolise Travieso.
And if you want a little less land and a little more water, JaxParks has the perfect place for you to make a splash.
Summer is just around the corner, and you know what that means. Time to get out and enjoy the water. But before you make a dive into the pool or hit the beach, JaxParks wants to make sure that you're doing it safely. Over the summer, JaxParks Aquatics is stepping up their swim lessons at over 30 public pools here in Jacksonville.
We're planning to do more lessons than we've ever done in the history of JaxParks. So we're so excited to have that opportunity for kids just to know how to swim, especially in the state of Florida.
It's all in an effort to improve Jacksonville's quality of life by teaching water safety and drowning prevention. With 34 public pools in Jacksonville, knowing water safety and learning how to swim isn't just useful, it's a necessity.
A lot of people think just stopping at swim lessons and doing that 45-minute class is what they need to do, but it's like with anything that you do, if you get in the water and you keep practicing, the stronger you get and the more comfortable you get with the water. A lot of people, how they drown is they panic, and when you panic, you become stiff, and when you become stiff, you're like a rock.
From children to adults to babies to tots, there are lessons available for all ages. Yes, even babies as young as 6 months old can start learning about water safety.
You're never too old or too young. So we give the same opportunities to the adults. We do have select sites that we have them at, but if there's any adults that are looking for lessons, we will make sure that we give you that opportunity, because not only do we want the child to have drowning prevention, but we really want that adult to be able to enjoy the water with their child and swim in any body of water that they want to.
The pools are open Memorial Day weekend through Labor Day, and swim lessons will be given in 3 2-week sessions over the summer. Lessons vary by location, however, so be sure to check beforehand. For those looking for a bit more experience, JaxParks also has its own swim teams.
And it gives the kids the opportunity to kind of dabble into competitive swimming. We work on their stroke technique in hopes that they will join a swim team and join year-round swim teams, because once again, them having a strong swimming skill is only going to help the city of Jacksonville with the drowning prevention.
Teams practice and compete throughout the summer, culminating in a championship swim meet in August. Entry onto a team costs only $25, and participants must pass a swim test before registering for a swim team. So whether you're an experienced swimmer or have never swam a day in your life, JaxParks is there to help you splash into summer fun. For more information about swim lessons and joining the swim team, as well as public pool locations and hours, visit the aquatics section at JaxParks.com. For JPTV, I'm Kyle Dodd.
From art in the park to an expression of love along the Riverwalk. Those stories and more still ahead. Stay with us.
There are over 25,000 uninsured children in Duval County, and of that, 16,000 are qualified for free and low-cost insurance through Florida's Kid Care program, which helps working families. I'm Mia Jones, Jacksonville's Health Commissioner. Many parents may not be aware that their children are eligible for this program, where doctor and dental visits, prescriptions, and shots are covered. Enrollment is open now and throughout the year. To get assistance, call 211.
This message brought to you by USFA and your local fire department. Stay fire safe this summer. Only use grills outdoors, away from siding and deck railings. Clean grills often and remove grease or fat buildup. Make sure your gas grill lid is open before lighting. Have a 3-foot safe zone around grills and campfires. Keep kids and pets clear of the area. Dispose of coals after they cool in a metal can. Never leave grills, fire pits, and patio torches unattended. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov.
Thanks for staying with us. Well, recently our newest team member, Kelly Jordan, watched his families pack this park and got in touch with their creative side. Let's take a look.
I think it is time that we meet the water spirit.
We are here today in beautiful Hemming Park on a stunning day with beautiful weather, and it is Art in the Park. It is the first time that the Cultural Council has participated and done this event, but we're happy to partner with JaxParks, JTA with Florida Blue, and our sponsor, Community First. So we took together all of the arts and culture organizations that we support as the Cultural Council, as well as other ones in the community, invited them all here today to come show off the best of what they do. So we really wanted with this event to give the organizations a chance to interact with people, and we told them, you know, don't just set up a booth and a table with your information. Give something for people to do. Show people how they can get connected to your organization. So they brought out things for the kids to do today, and it's amazing to watch their faces light up as they turn corners and see something unexpected.
I made a basket, and usually I took the reed and did it in and out, and I put some beads in between, and I just keep on doing it. And when you want to stop, you can stop wherever you want to stop. It was very fun. I learned something new every day, so it was fun.
The kids are getting a hands-on experience with art, and giving them an opportunity to really just explore their creativity. There's something more about it to be able to choose things on their own and create something themselves versus just going and, you know, sitting in front of a computer or an electronic device. This is just so much more of an opportunity for them to have creative play.
It's just incredible. They're having a fantastic time, and we're so excited to get those families here downtown to explore, to have a beautiful day together, a family-friendly, huge event where they can learn a lot about these orgs that they're hopefully all going to go patronize after this if they haven't met them yet. We'd love to do this event again in the future, so hopefully this is something we'll be able to continue with all of our sponsors and partners, and you can always find out more about what we've got going on at www.culturalcouncil.org.
Wow, that event looked like a lot of fun, and now we have moved over to Main Street Park, the perfect spot for our next story about an urban-style giraffe.
Giraffe is by local artist Melissa Russell. Melissa Russell uses recycled materials in her work. In fact, there are no new materials in this piece of work. She likes the idea that she's breathing new life into these forms that would otherwise end up in the trash. If you look closely, you can see an old gas pump, railroad wrenches, various hand wrenches, nails, and other found objects.
You may have heard in recent weeks that JaxParks inadvertently removed some locks from the North Bank Riverwalk. Thanks to community input, we learned that it was actually part of an urban trend where people place love locks on waterways in cities throughout the world. Well, now our own Riverwalk may soon have a lovely new feature. Let's learn more.
For us, it really boiled down to signifying a big time in our life. We just had our first son.
My fiance and I walk the Riverwalk at least 3-4 times a week, and it's one of our favorite spots in the city. We had the bright idea to get a lock engraved, and we were walking up the Riverwalk one day and just took our place in the tradition.
We put the lock up for my father, who passed away on July 4th. So we thought, wouldn't that be great if we could kind of have a remembrance of him every day that we walk the Riverwalk.
People were starting a tradition of putting locks on the North Bank Riverwalk, which is something that's commonly referred to as love locks across the world, and they've done it in different cities. And the tradition is that people will get a lock or padlock and take it. It's usually over a body of water. They'll lock it, to the fence or to the bridge, and it's usually in representation of maybe their relationship or representing a loved one. They lock the lock and then throw the keys into the body of water. So these started naturally sort of appearing on the North Bank Riverwalk. What happened was that Parks Maintenance thought that perhaps it was graffiti or something that wasn't supposed to be there, so they cut them off of the fencing there on the North Bank Riverwalk. And the people in the community that had been participating in this tradition obviously were a little bit upset about it.
I was frustrated because it was something very simple.
When I first saw that the city had cut the locks off, it hurt my heart more than anything, because it's kind of like a remembrance of something. If you leave flowers at someone's crash site or something like that, it was kind of that kind of a feeling where they violated my dad's remembrance.
You see all these things around the city that maintenance-wise could be a little bit better, and we thought, why would you want to take time to cut down these locks?
I certainly think it's a natural evolution for these love locks to appear on the Riverwalk, because it is a very romantic place in downtown Jacksonville.
The Parks Department reached out to us and wanted to make the situation right, and they were really supportive about making a permanent installation for these locks and really make it a Jacksonville tradition with a little bit more of a Jacksonville flair.
This could be one of those things where somebody wants something really different to go do, or they're here for their honeymoon, or they're here for a wedding, or whatever it is, and then go place a lock in remembrance of somebody. And I'm really glad that the city is going to do that and have a permanent place for it.
If we think about different cities that we've been to, any major city along the river has something going on the river. Yeah. Not just one or two things, but a multitude of different venues, different shopping, different districts. And I think that that's one of the nice things that I see happening for the river, is a lot of development going on there. That's going to really put a good stamp on Jacksonville.
I think they did exactly what any city organization should do in this type of situation, which was to realize what was happening, to listen to their constituents, and to immediately find a solution that worked for everybody. It's something that people really put this beautiful emotion behind. So we want to carry through that with the ones that we have that are cut off, and we want to give a place for people to continue doing that tradition. And I think it will definitely even bring new people down to the Riverwalk.
The Riverwalk's a great public space, and it's always good to have something that kind of personifies it for different people. Being able to engage with the public and make unique public art pieces that will really draw people in is really a great way to kind of enhance the great asset we have.
It'll connect us to a global community through this language of love, which is something that everybody speaks together, but it'll also be something that'll represent our community and the people here, or even people that come to visit our community here.
Still ahead, is 60 the new 40? You be the judge. And a football coach's inspirational story. Stay with us.
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here. I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog.
So, I got this new family. And I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy. Oh, and she even talks to it. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
We're back. Thanks for staying with us. Up next, a look at how baby boomers are making the most out of their golden years.
No longer are senior centers just bingo and watching television.
A lot of people have a misconception of what a senior center is. We are much more active and much more engaged than many people feel. It's difficult to get people to admit they're a senior, and we would like for people to come and see that 60 is the new 40.
My friend brought me here to Mary Singleton Senior Citizen Center. I knew it was here and had passed it several times, but never really paid any attention to it. I never really thought about a senior citizen center, and I guess that's the mentality that I have in that I just never thought about being a senior. And then I just said, okay, I will go and at least visit to see what it's about. After visiting, I've been stuck ever since.
We really focus on three major areas. We focus on social and recreational activities, so that would be cards, bingo, board games, those sort of things. We like to focus on educational activities, so we have Bible studies and Spanish classes and history classes, dance class, those sort of things. And then lastly is health and wellness programs. So we offer exercise classes such as aerobics and Tai Chi. We have nutritional education and nutritional counseling through our city dietitian. And we also have some mental wellness programs that we do with the seniors.
The city's Senior Services Division is also committed to helping meet seniors' basic needs. Participants can take advantage of free transportation to and from the centers and at least one hot meal a day. Seniors with low to moderate incomes can also benefit from the Independent Living Program. It provides respite services, volunteers to assist with everyday chores, and other resources that allow seniors to remain in their homes.
We have 19 centers throughout the city. We're open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, so that's 9 hours a day where they can come and have a safe, warm environment.
Want you hold my hand and won't you stand with me? 'Cause you're all I need. Yeah. If this is love is good to sweet, oh darling, stand with me.
Come and check our facilities out. They're not what they used to be, and they're not what the misconception that a lot of people have.
And we realize that the age that is classified as a senior, that we've reached that age, but I think the mentality of what we like doing has nothing to do with age. It depends on what it is that you enjoy doing and you're willing to engage in it.
Our centers and our seniors are very active and very engaged, and really looking to stay engaged in their community and to improve their quality of life. And all seniors within the city of Jacksonville can benefit from that and can contribute to that. And that's what we would really like to get out there.
What you're doing is actually making friends. They're lasting friendships. Lasting. I mean, you will get to know them here, and then from here it may be forever.
To find out more about Jacksonville Senior Centers, visit online at jackseniors.net. Welcome back to JPTV. Thanks for staying with us. Joining me in Studio I now is Aaron Follis. Aaron is a coach for Pop Warner football. He also volunteers with the Disabled Services Division here at the City of Jacksonville and works for Target. So he's a very busy man. Thanks for joining us today, Aaron. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm originally from Omaha, Nebraska. I moved here in 1998, I believe, and been here ever since.
So now folks watching will notice that you're in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, I was diagnosed at 2 years old. I have cerebral palsy. And when I was first born, the doctors told my parents that I would have to have assistance my whole life, eating, dressing, just with everyday life. And my parents have taught me through life that you're not going to get anywhere just by sitting there feeling sorry for yourself. You know, learn how to do things yourself. And and here I am.
And clearly you've done that because, as I said earlier, you coach Pop Warner football. Now, talk about that experience, because I imagine for the parents and the kids, that's a positive experience for them as well as for you.
Right. I go into every season. I mean, you get the 9, 10-year-olds staring at you, the ones that I haven't worked with since they were 6 years old. But the new ones that come in, they spend probably a day or two staring at you, wondering what you're doing there. But after that, after 2 or 3 days, everybody's used to it, parents included. So it just falls into place.
So you have a full life, you have a wife.
I do.
Talk a little bit about that experience.
Well, I met Heather in 2010, and we just did what everybody else did. We went out on a date, and I've been with her for 5 years now. Heather's probably the best thing that's ever happened.
I'm sure she'd love to hear that. So
she'll roll her eyes.
So for other folks who, when you meet somebody on the street, what is it that you want them to know?
Everybody's got differences. I sit in a wheelchair, and some people are hearing impaired, some people are visually impaired. Everybody's got differences, whether they have a disability or not.
Folks who may suffer from a disability later on in life, whether it's from an accident or whatever. So you've dealt with this all your life. You've adjusted very well. You're very comfortable with it. What's your message to the other folks?
Just take it one day at a time. I mean, it doesn't get any worse. I mean, you just roll with the punches day by day, and you'll have bad days and you'll have good days, but I mean, it's just like anybody else.
One more question. It's so just for you to know out there, I met Aaron about 3 or 4 months ago. We actually went out to visit him when he was coaching some of the Pop Warner kids. It's a great experience. And I've liked, in having conversations with him, I'm really impressed by his take on life. So tell us just some final thoughts on everyday life for you, and what from all this experience has been the best for you.
My parents have taught me to just don't use your disability as a crutch. You're going to have good and bad days, and you're not going to get anywhere by feeling sorry for yourself. And that's probably my biggest thing with other people, is that you can't do that. You're going to go 2 steps back instead of 3 steps forward. Like working for disabled services, that has shown me a little bit more perspective than I have. Like with the hearing impaired or visually impaired, I don't have those issues. But seeing things from other people's perspective has taught me a little bit more than I thought I knew. So.
And I think that's a lesson that everybody can learn.
Yeah.
So thanks for being with us. We appreciate
problem.
you taking the time being here.
And you can find out more about the City of Jacksonville's Disabled Services Division online at jaxada.com.
Well, that's it for this edition of JPTV. Thanks for watching. Remember, you can always stay connected with us. It's really easy to do. We have Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, Google+, and Instagram. You can also learn more about our parks at JaxParks.com and JaxParksTV.com. We hope to see you back here next time, and until then, we'll see you in the parks.